It was the hardest period for us because it felt like the world was against us. And here's the thing, we were against each other, if I'm being completely honest.
David and Victoria Beckham are getting honest about the cheating rumors that have haunted their marriage for years. In his new Netflix documentary, Beckham, David reflected on the harrowing time in his marriage.
There was some horrible stories that were difficult to deal with. It was the first time that me and Victoria had been put under that kind of pressure in our marriage.
In 2003, the soccer legend was accused of having an affair while playing in Spain for Real Madrid after transferring from Manchester United.
When I first moved to Spain, it was difficult because I'd been part of a club and a family for my whole career, from the age of 15 till I was 27 years old. I get sold overnight. The next minute I am in a city, I don't speak the language. More importantly, I didn't have my family.
His wife also speaks out on the alleged infidelity and opens up about the pain she felt at the time.
You know, up until Madrid, sometimes it felt like us against everybody else. But we were together, we were connected, we had each other. But when we were in Spain, it didn't really feel like we had each other either. And that's sad. I can't even begin to tell you how hard it was and how it affected me.
You know, every time that we woke up, we felt, you know, there was something else. And you know, we felt that, I think we both felt at the time that we were not losing each other, but drowning. Victoria's everything to me. To see her hurt was incredibly difficult.
Come on, hey, let's go, please.
But we're fighters, and at that time we needed to fight for each other. We needed to fight for our family.
The couple have previously denied the claims against David, but Victoria admitted in the 4-part series that back then she began to resent her husband.
If I'm being totally honest, yes, I did. It was probably, if I'm being honest, the most unhappy I have ever been in my entire life.
All right, big boy. Told you it'd be okay.
It wasn't that I felt unheard because I chose to internalize a lot of it because I was always mindful of the focus that he needed.
The 48-year-old pro didn't hold back when explaining how the bombshell reports impacted him.
There were some days that I would wake up and think, how am I going to go to work? How am I going to walk onto that training pitch? How am I going to look as if nothing's wrong? I felt physically sick every day when I opened my eyes. How am I going to do this?
The pair fought for their marriage and are still together after 24 years, with 4 children, Brooklyn, Romeo, Cruz, and Harper. In another vulnerable moment caught on camera, Victoria reacts to the news that David had to miss the birth of their youngest son for a photo shoot with Beyonce and J-Lo.
You've got a damn photo shoot with Jennifer Lopez, who is gorgeous and not about to have a baby. So I had my C-section, and I remember lying there. Don't feel at my most gorgeous, let's just say.
La señora Victoria Beckham ha dado a luz mediante cesárea previamente programada.
And I remember someone showing me the front page of the newspaper, which was a gorgeous picture of David between Jennifer Lopez and Beyonce. And the headline was, "What would Posh say?"
Now I've got another beautiful son, and his mummy is very good, so...
Let me tell you what Posh would say. Posh was pissed off.
On Tuesday, David was joined by his family on the red carpet at the UK premiere and danced the night away with his wife afterwards. He shared a sweet photo with his lady love on Instagram and wrote, "Still making her laugh with my dancing 26 years on. Love you at Victoria Beckham. And thank you for being there for Dad last night, kiddies. At Brooklyn Peltz Beckham, at Romeo Beckham, at Cruz Beckham, #Harper7. Sorry about Dad's moves." Access Hollywood spoke to the father of 4 on the red carpet, and he reflected on his latest project.
Well, congratulations. First of all, I'd just like to say, if there's any superstar that's going to turn up for their own premiere on time, it's you. Nobody had to wait any time at all.
I hate lateness. I do not like people that are late. So absolutely, I would have been on time for anything, and I always am on time. So yeah.
Congratulations on the documentary. It really shows one of the many reasons why you're so successful is your incredible resilience. In your own words, what do you put that down to? Where do you get it from?
My parents. Simple as that. You know, obviously I came from an East End family, working class, that worked hard. You know, my dad still worked when he was, 72, 73 years old. My mum was still cutting hair, when she was 70 years old. So I come from a really working class, humble background. And the resilience has just, I assumed, come from my parents, my grandparents, because there were difficult times. There were difficult times over the years.
Oh, here's Anna. Anna's
my nephew Jake.
Nice to meet you. You look very smart.
We're so excited.
Thank you for being here.
We're so excited. So great not to be at a fashion show. It's going to be wonderful.
Anna, is he still as stylish as ever?
Perfect.
He looks amazing, doesn't he? What's his secret for being a style icon?
He's a really good person.
Can't argue with that.
I can't argue with that.
What was the most challenging thing for you to share honestly in this documentary?
I think there was many challenges. The challenge was going back over things. I think that I'd never really thought about 98, and everything that happened to me in 98, I kind of just moved on very quickly. Even though there was a lot of stuff going on around me, I was protected by Manchester United, by my teammates, by Sir Alex Ferguson, and by the Manchester United fans. So, going over 98 and seeing some of the footage and seeing some of the archive from that was really tough.
Have your family watched this?
We've seen little bits, but I wanted tonight to be the first time that we all sat there and all watched it. I've seen a couple of the edits, but I really trusted the team. I really trusted Netflix. I really trusted Fisher and John Batzek and Nicola Howson and Billy Shepherd and our amazing editor Michael Hart. And I really trusted them. So I really wanted tonight to be the first time that I sat down and watched it fully graded, watched all the music all put in there. So we'll see. But
I hope it goes well with your family. Your family is mentioned all the time because it's the backbone to your success and your love. Of course, your family really started when you met Victoria. But how did you manage to keep it under wraps? Because that's what our manager said. You were already a really famous soccer star, and so was she.
Well, I was just coming into obviously the fold at Manchester United, and obviously Victoria was the biggest star. She was obviously Posh Spice in the Spice Girls and, world famous. So that was the difficult part, but
how did you do it? Meeting in cars?
We're both from, she's from Harlow, I'm from East London, I'm from, Chinkford, Leytonstone. So we just found a way of keeping it quiet. We met in car parks. I drove down to London to see her on a day off.
It worked.
We sneaked around the back of the Beefeater car parks and sat with each other for hours.
Any correlation with Taylor Swift? Because she's got a hankering for a sports person now.
No, as long as she's happy, that's the most important thing. Taylor's such a talented person. My daughter is a huge fan. My sons are huge fans. I think we're all huge fans. But the most important thing is that she's happy. And if she's happy, whatever she's doing, that's the most important thing.
Thank you so much for stopping, and thank you. Very good night.